All right, number 11 would be weak passwords and the dark web. How are they connected? Well, I spoke to this a little bit earlier, but you can't say this enough because this is how it really happens. What happens is people, I talked about, people having an enormous number of accounts that require username and password. The average is 140 for the average business person. And the complexity that's required is by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or for most compliance, is 12 characters. They have to have a cap, a number, and a special character in it. Can't have anything that resembles that for the past 30 passwords. So ultimately you got to make a new unique password. So what people do is, one, they don't set the complexity rules and they have a really simple password that can be cracked very easily. And number two, they'll use the same password across a whole bunch of different platforms and even the new ones that they create. And it just causes for a lot of problems. And as it relates to dark web, is that if any of those sites or any of those areas get compromised with the dark web, what it does is it's a big storehouse where people are selling all kinds of things. You would be very surprised what all's out there. But passwords and usernames and passwords being one of them. Once the site gets compromised, they have scripts that will run against the very most common things that people have. That could be a Microsoft 365, your social media pages, certain banks, and they basically have this long script, because if you try to just keep throwing usernames and passwords, say at Microsoft 365, they will block you for too many failed attempts. But if you throw one there and then it's 150 before you come back around and throw another one at Microsoft 365 because you hit Facebook and Twitter and banks and financial institutions and 401ks and just all the things that people have, just think about it. You could just go down to every account. You could think of the most ones. I could probably put in Chat GTP and say, give me the top 150 accounts, that require passwords, platforms out there that people have. It'd spit that list and they'll write a script that simply throws a username and password. So once it's breached off the dark web, they're going to try it on 150 different things. And really the answer to that is a product like LastPass or 1Password, something that will manage your passwords, and it's secure. And it will generate a secure password for you quickly, a 12, 15 character password with all the complexity that's needed. And really, you don't even know what the password is because you have it. It rides in your browser. It fills out the browser, and it will allow you to have access with a secure password. And then on top of that, really, you need to have a multifactor authentication. So even if that password was to get out, it would not be any good to anyone without that second factor of something that you have, like your cell phone. So that's the answer. That's how it works. So don't use the same password. Make complex passwords, and use multi-factor, and use a tool like LastPass in order to securely store all of these complex passwords that you have.